Hello everybody, this is Llodg, and today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite moments from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Today I'm going to be talking about and walking you through one of my favorite moments in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. If you haven't played Rebirth or any FF7 game, then I highly suggest you go play them, because I don't want to spoil you at all. Despite how remake may have deviated from the original, Rebirth follows many of the same moments of the original Final Fantasy VII game. In Chapter 13, where Angels Fear to Tread, our party is in the Temple of the Ancients, trying to get the Black Materia before Sephiroth can get it. And while this room is the same in the original, there is a new section that everyone except Cloud has to go through: the Trials. Here, every character will have to confront a traumatic moment from their past. Nanaki getting captured and forced to be experimented on, Tifa seeing her hometown get burned down and seeing her father dead, Barrett losing both his arm and his wife, and Yuffie having to play intermission. But the one that really stuck with me and made this my favorite moment in Rebirth was Aerith's trial. Aerith's trial is actually something we've seen in the original FF7, however this time it's from Aerith's perspective. We see Aerith and her mother Ifalna fleeing the Shinra building in a train car. If you don't know, Ifalna is sick from all the experiments that have been done by Shinra, but despite this illness that's getting the better of her, she still tries to be strong for Aerith, and comes up with a story that they are going on a little adventure.
What if we went on an adventure? An adventure?
As Ifalna is describing their adventure, the train car fills with plants and flowers that I always think to be Aerith's imagination about how much happier and prettier the outside world is, and is reminiscent of her painting within her room at the Shinra building. I'm not sure why, but Ifalna trying to keep Aerith's mind away from the reality of their situation always makes me really sad. She's just a mother who wants her child to be happy. Eventually they get off their train at Sector 7, but Ifalna can't keep going.
I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm spoiling our adventure.
To help her mother, Aerith goes to look for a doctor, but no matter who she asks, no one helps her. No one even gives her a second glance.
And stay down, brat.
I don't feel bad about the plate falling down at all. Finally, someone asks Aerith if she needs help. Elmyra. But Elmyra doesn't know of any doctors around, and not wanting to leave her mom alone too long, Aerith rejects Elmyra's offer to help her look for one. Not being able to find anyone to help, Aerith is left to return to her mother, crying because she couldn't find a doctor.
I'm sorry, Mommy. I tried. I really tried.
When she returns to her mother, Ifalna tells Aerith she is returning to the livestream, and gives her the white materia.
Don't cry, sweetie. I'll always be with you. Always and forever. But you can't go. You can't.
I think the scene speaks for itself. Aerith is begging her mom to keep going, Ifalna pleading with Elmyra to take Aerith somewhere where Shinra can't get her. It's a powerful scene.
We need to go.
Mom!
It's not safe here.
Mommy!
and before the present Aerith can get to her mother, the trial ends and Aerith is left in the darkness, unable to do anything, other than to remember.
Mom!
Eventually, everyone was able to complete their trials and come back out. No one's trial was easy. Every party member is thinking about the ones they loved and lost. As a Cetra, Aerith has a different perspective on death and its connection to the livestream.
You know, if you think about it, life and death are just two sides of the same coin. Our bodies may disappear when we die, but our spirits still live on. We return to the planet, rejoin the life stream, and in time give rise to new life.
In time, yeah.
I get it, I really do. Knowing that the people we love aren't really gone, it doesn't make it any easier to let them go. It still hurts. So we can't just think of it as a homecoming, 'cause it's not that simple. We've all experienced pain. We all have our regrets. What we've done, what's been done to us, that's set in stone. The past is forever. But the future, even if it has been written, can be changed. It's true that the pain and the anger we carry can make us stronger. But at what cost? What toll does it take? I believe true strength doesn't come from any of that. True strength comes from our ability to forgive, to forge ahead in the hope of making things right. It comes from ourselves. So focus on the future, not the past. Do that, and not even Sephiroth will be able to stand in our way. Not even him.
Aerith's speech is honestly really impactful, talking about how even though people may be gone, through the livestream they can always be with you in some form. I think this can also be applied to our lives. While we may not have the livestream, people are still with us within our memories. The things we did and experienced with them are still real. They all left an impact on us. Too bad Cut's a jerk at this point in the game and tries to ruin Aerith's moment though.
Are you finished? Clock's ticking. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
Despite everything they've faced, all the hardships and loss everyone has encountered on their journey, they continue on, knowing what they have to do. Honestly, there were a lot of moments throughout this game that basically brought me to tears, but I really wanted to highlight this one because of how different it felt in Rebirth compared to the original game. In the original game, while both of these scenes are present, they aren't connected like this in Rebirth. There's no trial in the Temple of the Ancients, and instead of Aerith reliving it, Elmira tells Cloud what happened. The story plays out basically the same, except much of what Aerith and her mother went through is cut out since it's from Elmira's perspective. Aerith still loses her mother, and Afalna still pleads with Elmira to take Aerith somewhere safe. In my opinion, it's still a sad story, however I think it doesn't hit as hard as Rebirth's because of a couple of things. For one, this isn't from Aerith's perspective, so we can only tell so much about what Aerith is thinking. Also, the way FF7 presents its cutscenes, it's not this scene's fault since that's just how this game is, but much like how this is a story from Elmira, the camera and everything is far away from Alphana and Aerith, and in Rebirth you are so much closer to the action and can tell exactly what the characters are feeling just from their facial expressions. In the original, the camera's position makes you feel disconnected from the characters since you're so far away from them, but in Rebirth, being so up close, you are able to feel more connected to them. Finally, the voice acting in Rebirth is phenomenal and adds so much to the scene. All the voice actors, especially Brianna White as Aerith, are amazing. She is able to add so much emotion to her character. Overall, the whole section of the game is wonderfully done. seeing how these characters are able to overcome trauma and do what needs to be done, and with the theme of no one being truly gone. Rebirth has so many amazing moments. Now that's not to say Rebirth is a perfect game, I still have my grievances about it, but there are so many moments that almost brought me to tears. But this one was just on another level.